What's up, everybody? Welcome to System Crafters Live. I'm David Wilson, and we're back again with another Friday stream where we get together as a community and talk about whatever topic it is I came up with for the week. And this week is no exception. I normally say that we come up with the topic at the last minute, but this week it wasn't actually at the last minute. It's something I've been thinking about for a little while. Oh, wow. Is the stream hitching like insanely bad right now? I'm watching the YouTube feedback, and it just looks like it's really hitching. Anyway. Yes, I'm a little bit more prepared this week, at least in terms of the concept. But as I was chatting with the folks in the System Crafters IRC over the last couple days, I was met with the possibility that this stream may not be so easy to do. That's okay, you know. We accept a little bit of chaos in the process here because we thrive with chaos, and it's fun sometimes. So I think it's okay. We're going to get through it no matter what, and we're going to have a good time doing it. So let me say hello to the folks who are here so far. If you're here in the YouTube chat, IRC chat, Twitch chat, just say hello so I can see you, and I can say hello to you. Let me see who's here in the IRC. So I see E-Beam, Sakurosium, Jeff, Glenn, Ashraz, Erky, Pi the Sailor. I see Jerry, Kevoice, and Mike over on the YouTube side so far. Jeff says, happy Black Friday if you're in the USA. Yes, this is the only holiday that matters in the United States, is Black Friday. You got to have commerce, right? Nothing gets done without commerce. And, you know, that's our religion. If you're American. If you're not American, then probably you have some other, you know, more humane core principle for life. I'm just joking for my, you know, American compadres. Kevoy says, whatever Dave has in store today will be much better than whatever Hallmark Christmas movie my fiance makes me watch this week. Well, I don't know. Maybe I wouldn't put up the stream against a Hallmark Christmas movie because there's really no redeeming value to this stream. But there's some redeeming value to a Christmas movie because it at least gets you in the Christmas spirit. I enjoy a good cheesy Christmas movie. I watch all of them on Netflix, and it's okay. I'm okay to admit that, just because it's almost Christmas time, and what better way to be connected to the Christmas spirit than to watch some cheesy crap that you would never watch any other part of the year. System Christmas Crafters, says Judy. Hey, Judy. I don't know. I think we're going too far there. We're going to make a Christmas theme today, I think. Not really. Hello to John Hamelink. Let's see who else. Leonix. Morgan, wait, did I see Morgan? Yeah, Morgan, and CRCKTSNG. Cracked Sing. Didn't get that one right. Glenn, I think I saw Glenn before. Alternate Ved. Okay. Hello, did I miss Geeks Poll? We did not do Geeks Poll, okay? I did Git Poll, because I need to get my latest Emacs configuration on here, but I did not try to do a Geeks Poll this time. That's why I started at 6 p.m., at least 6 p.m. my time. Ah, yes. Thank you, Erky, for the reminder about the Advent code post that you made, because we do need to talk about that for sure. Hey, Peter. Peter says, got here finally. Yeah. I know it's a little bit weird seeing the IRC both on the main screen and up there, but we'll deal with it. Hello to Trev. Trev says, hi, best online friends. Yes, you're my best online friends. I know, right? We're just sitting around commiserating every day at our failed lives because all of our time has gone to configuring Emacs and maybe Geeks, but most people gave up on Geeks, I think, by this point, except for me, because I'm the crazy one. Hello to Eric. Sakurosium says, are you enjoying the Emacs terminal setup? Yes, I am. I kind of forget that I'm in the terminal most of the time, actually. It's been working out pretty well for me. Hallmark film about Emacs? Maybe. I guess somebody can make that. I don't know how successful that would be. It would have to be like a really buff guy and a woman who uses Emacs to manage her catering business or restaurant or B&B or bakery. Because that's usually like, or maybe she's a lawyer or something. So there's a very specific set of professions that women in these films are in, which is cool because they have professions, and the men are usually just idiots that have muscles, which I guess it's okay, right? It's okay for that to be the case. So in this movie about Emacs, Christmas Emacs Hallmark film, you just have a bumbling person that, I guess that the professional woman who, actually uses Emacs for real work would have to explain to the muscly dope how to configure their org mode documents. Hello to Run Funkmeister. Anyway, any thoughts on this week's Hacker News post on Emacs and security? I didn't see it. I don't really read Hacker News. Mike says, I would not watch that. Okay. I'm not really doing a good job. Peter says, Soding is doing a common list stream that might be interesting between System Crapper streams. Yes. I'm kind of surprised to see that he's using common list today. Sakurosium says, I'm Italian, unfortunately, so I don't know what Hallmark films are. I know for their reputation. Well, just go to Netflix and look at all the movies that are being promoted right now, and those are effectively the same thing. They're just really cheesy holiday films. But they're fine. Hello to Arnaud. Oh, no. Ashraz is switching to VS Code. That's not good. Ashraz also says, happy hacking. Is this going to be Evil Emacs Part 2? No, it's not going to be that. Not at all. Okay. So let's get into the news. Enough babbling. Let me actually... Yes, I started the stream. Let me get rid of this buffer, and let me get rid of this buffer. Okay. So, first of all, we had a new System Crappers video that I posted on, what day was that, Sunday? Rescue your commits with Git Reflog. Basically, it's a video where I teach you how Git Reflog can help you to recover from common mistakes that a person might make whenever managing a Git repository. So you could use the reflog to find past commit hashes, to reset your branches to, etc. Whenever you make big mistakes and you think that you lost all your work. This has actually saved me a couple times, so I wanted to pass on my knowledge and experience to you. So check out that video. Surprisingly, for a video about Git, it did really poorly. I was surprised. But that's okay, because maybe the algorithm just thinks, okay, this guy makes videos about Emacs all the time, so why am I going to promote a video about Git? It could also be that the thumbnail wasn't very good, but I will take it under advisement. If people like the Git video and want to see more Git videos, like pure Git videos, not Magit videos or VC mode videos, let me know, because I am interested to make more. But the current analytics don't really say that it's a good idea, so I don't know. Sakurosium says, I would watch it. Well, there's one person who would watch it, so that's good. What are we saying in the chat? I saw some things fly by there. Jeff says, saw the Git Reflog video, pretty good stuff. I didn't know any of that stuff, and I've had all these problems. Yeah, those are definitely problems that you end up having whenever you work with Git long enough and you're working usually in a team, like you have actual responsibilities and you have to commit code for your job. If you lose work, or if you think you lose work, then it can be extremely stressful. Leonic says, +1 for Git videos, but do add color to terminal. Oh yeah, that was in an E shell. And I don't have anything set up yet for the Xterm colors in E shell yet. But I'll fix that, okay? Jeff says, +1 for Git videos. Thank you. You're restoring my faith in my viewer base. I'm trying to expand the topics a little bit, okay? I want to get into some other interesting things as well. And I'm always a little bit reluctant to continue on a path whenever it doesn't seem that people are watching them. But I think that it may just be because I'm a bad YouTuber and I don't do a good job with titles and thumbnails. You know, whenever I get a little bit too clickbaity, I feel bad and I kind of roll it back a little. And probably that's not the right thing to do. Hello to Minas Mazar and Alexander on the YouTube side. And and hello to Nakotani. Let's see. Everyone is a Lisp programmer. They just don't know it because real life is written in Common Lisp. I don't believe that. All right. So let's see. So the next video, probably next week sometime, is going to be a review of my new Framework 13 laptop with the AMD Ryzen chipset. I got it in last Friday. Yes, last Friday when the stream didn't happen. I think it was Friday. And I was planning to make a video where I assembled the laptop, but I was just too eager to get started using it. So I went ahead and just put it together, installed Geeks on it, and I've been using it for the last week. And spoiler alert, the laptop is awesome, but I'm gonna give you my full review and some details about the hardware. Also, my experience installing Geeks on it, which actually went really well. And yeah, it should be, I don't know, fun little video to talk about a new laptop. And one that is relevant to this community, because if you don't know about framework laptops, they are intended to be repairable and upgradable by you. So you can buy replacement parts for pretty much everything in the laptop, and they give you full instructions on how to replace the parts or upgrade the parts if they have like a new motherboard or expanded RAM or anything like that. So for people like us, this is a really good choice for a laptop, and so far I'm extremely pleased with it. But I'll get into more detail in a actual review video coming soon. I've got it mostly written. I just need to kind of get it started on the recording. Eric said it would be interesting to compare a framework laptop with a Reform laptop, maybe the Pocket Reform. I'll just go ahead and say it. The Reform laptops are not super ergonomic for everyday use. They're really cool in theory, but I don't think that I don't think they're very ergonomic. So, but I really like what M&T is doing. I think they're an awesome little collective, and the stuff they're making is awesome. I would love to try one of the Pocket Reform devices because it looks super cool. But yeah, I think that framework is probably a lot more practical for everyone across the board, but I would love to see M&T Reform, continue on their path, especially if they have like a RISC-V based device at some point in the future. Eric says, no, they aren't. What did I miss? Let's see. Alexander says, are you X11 guy or Wayland? I've been Wayland for at least a year. Let's see. Did I fill the Geek survey? I will talk about that in a minute, Arno. Piece of Torque says, I have the M&T Reform keyboard. I like it quite a bit. Never tried the laptop, though. Yeah, the keyboard looks cool. I'm kind of curious about the standalone keyboard they have. If you don't know about that, let's see. mnt.re. Let's go to the shop. There's a picture of it right there. Anyway, the M&T Reform keyboard, it's a little pricey. That's the reason why I haven't bought one yet. But it's not ortholinear. What's the word for that? The one where like the keys are all in straight line rows? Because some of the laptops are like that, I think. Or the Pocket is like that. Anyway, it looks kind of cool. I would definitely use it. But yeah, I don't have 220 to drop on a keyboard at the moment. So yes, ortho, says Judy. Thank you, thank you, Judy. All right, next. So as we were talking about, the tides of commerce, I'm now throwing my hat into the ring by having a Black Friday deal. I know, right? But this is what happens whenever you try to do something as your primary income stream. You have to follow the rhythms of the seasons with commerce. So I have a Black Friday deal for the hands-on Guile Scheme for Beginners course. It's $50 off of the price for the on-demand version of the course. So basically, if you go to the page, which has a link right here, or if you just go to systemcrafters.net, it's got a link at the very front of the page. All the information is there. And if you go down to the registration page, the discount is already applied there, so you don't have to do anything special. So I'll leave the discount up for today and for the rest of next week that they consider to be Cyber Week, which is a kind of a ridiculous name because nobody's called anything cyber except for the game Cyberpunk in probably at least 10 years, but whatever. So that's that. If you want to check out that course that I worked on this year to teach you Guile Scheme and functional programming as well, then take a look at the page here and grab it if you if you're interested. I'd be very thankful if you did, because put a lot of time into it. So, and hopefully the people who have bought it so far are pleased with it and are making progress through it. I need to check in with those folks. Dade says, you got the framework laptop? I did. It's excellent. So then also, related to the video that came out last week, I've got a workshop coming up. It actually starts next Sunday. There are 2 sessions. Sorry, let me tell you what it is first. It's a Git workshop called Git Good for Basics and Beyond in 4 hours. It's a 1-day workshop, so there are 2 different dates, but you will only pick one of them when you register for this course or this workshop. And we're going to go through basically the fundamentals of Git, all the way up through collaboration with Git, advanced Git techniques, and also Git best practices. So if you have used Git before, whether or not you've used it in a professional capacity or contributing to open source projects, I'm going to give you the actual fundamentals of what is happening with Git to understand things about commits, commit hashes, refs, branches or moats, merging, rebasing, even reflog potentially. Pretty much anything you need to know, anything that an experienced Git user would know on how to deal with Git effectively. And especially if you're working in a team or on an open source project where you have to merge branches, or you're trying to pull in patches from different people, this information can be really useful to you. So go check out the page on that. It's systempreppers.net/courses/getgoodworkshop. And the link is also in the description below too. So if you go to the description of this live stream or recording, the link is there. And sign up for it. I will email you afterward to ask you which of the 2 dates you'd be interested in. The times are different on both those dates because I'm trying to hit both the part of the world where North America is and also the part of the world where basically Central Europe is. So there's 2 different times that are supposed to work for both sides of the world. Hopefully one of them will work for you. So go check out the page and you'll see the times for that. And hopefully I see some of you there. Some of you have registered already, and thank you very much to those of you who have. You know who you are. And I will add some more dates in the future, maybe December, maybe January, if there's enough interest, and we'll see how it goes. If neither of the 2 dates work for you, let me know anyway, and we'll see what we can do about having some more dates later on. All right, the last thing today is the Geek Survey. I'm pretty sure this is done soon. Go check out the Geeks blog. There's a post by Steve George. Did they say when it's over? They don't say, but I did see Steve send out a notification today or yesterday saying that it's ending soon. But if you've used GNU Geeks and you have feedback about Geeks, or if you've contributed to Geeks, or if you maybe have thought about using Geeks and you have shied away from it for various different reasons, maybe the horror stories or the stream fails on this channel, I don't know. Give them some feedback to help them prioritize future work and to help everybody have a better Geeks experience. So I've already filled it out. I know a few people in the community filled it out, so you should too, if you are interested at least. If you're not, then you'll have 10 minutes of your time that you won't have to spend on this. Anyway, definitely check that out and submit your feedback soon, because I think it's over soon. Let's check on the chat here. Let's see. Sakurosium says, I would love to start working on Guile integration for Vim for people not Chad enough to use Emacs. Oh boy. But I don't really know a lot about Guile, and where could I find some info on Guile, you mean, in general? Mainly how the tooling and REPL integration works. It's pretty basic. I mean, you're basically just wrapping a REPL over standard IO, I think. It's nothing more complicated than that. However, there is a new, yes, Trev says to Sakurosium that check out conjure.nvim and see the issue regarding the Guile in REPL integration. Andrew Tropin has been working on a new library called Guile Aries. Or is it Aries RS? Tropin Aries RS. Let's see. Yes, I think it's this one. Yeah, so it's basically an in-REPL implementation for Guile. And what that means is it is an asynchronous REPL that is meant for integration into editing experiences for an IDE-like experience. This should give you the ability to provide things like code completions, interactive evaluation of expressions, etc. So if you want to build a new editor integration into some other editor aside from Emacs, probably this is the best thing to start using, because just using the plain REPL is a little bit janky. You look at the implementation of the Geyser package for Emacs. Guile is probably the most robust one, but it's still limited. So it needs something like this. All right, let me scroll up a bit here and see what I'm missing in the chat. I'm also keeping an eye on the YouTube side. Hello to Marcin. All right. Judy says, seems like I missed a video. Yay for YouTube algorithms. Yeah, it could just be that YouTube did not post that to or promote that to you yet. Sakurasium says, for context, you worked at GitHub on the Git integration, or am I remembering wrong? I didn't work on the Git integration. I did work on the Atom editor. But I was mostly doing like build automation stuff. I did work on the language server stuff there a little bit too. But that work was mostly done by the time I got there. So yeah, I was just filling in various areas on the Atom editor. It was kind of dying by that point already. Nobody just had told us yet. It is what it is. It is what it is. Peter says, improved clickbait game. Will Git eat your files for breakfast? What did I say? There was a title that I was going to go with to start with. Like unf you f*ck your commits with git ref log, you know, something like that. But I felt like maybe that was too intense for the tone of the channel, because I don't really use the F-bomb on the channel, because this is a wholesome family channel. Worst I say is like shit or damn or ass. Yeah, just normal words that you would hear in kindergarten class in America. So let's see. Sakurasium says, I think your non-Emacs videos are great. Well, thank you. Appreciate it. Would be interesting. Okay, we saw that one already. John says, I'm using a Framework 16 and I basically love it. I would like to see a Framework 16, but I usually just prefer the smaller laptops because I like a lot of portability. Because I really like going to different places like coffee shops or malls or parks or other inappropriate places to sit with my computer and write code. So I prefer 13-inch laptops usually. Alternate Vet says, I'm happy with Starlab stuff. I haven't really looked at it. Eric says, no, they aren't. About, yes, the M&T laptops not being ergonomic. Yeah, they're not ergonomic at all. They're very square and pokey, I think. That's fine, though. They look kind of cool. Peter says, I'm hesitant to order from Framework outside the EU. Do they already have EU distribution? They do, because they ship to me in Greece. They've been adding new places in Europe they ship to, and I think they have pretty good coverage by now. So you should check it out. It comes from Taiwan, but I didn't have any issues with customs or anything. It just came straight here. In fact, I ordered it on a Tuesday, and they quoted me that it would come on the following Monday, but it got there by the end of Thursday or Friday. It may have been Thursday or Friday. So it got there super fast. So I was quite happy with that. It says, I live in the UK. We say the F word a lot more than kindergarten. Yeah, maybe. Hey, Roberto. John says, main driver for me was the parts availability and ability to upgrade. Yeah, that's basically it for me, because my recent experiences with Lenovo laptops are that they will die for really stupid reasons. And then if you didn't pay for the warranty, or if your warranty ran out, you're kind of screwed. So I would rather have a laptop that I have control over and I can replace all the parts, and I can also upgrade it when I need to, so I don't have to spend $3,000 buying a completely new machine for no reason. It works better, I think. I'm happy that I made this purchase. Let's see. All right, Peter says, RE actually does not offer an interactive REPL yet. Yeah, I think that's true. John says, I do all of that as well. I just lug it around in a rucksack. Yeah, I don't know. I just like the lightness and not having to worry too much. Okay. Let me get rid of this one here too. Yeah, ignore it. Don't pull it back up again. That's what I said, right? Framework laptop USB-C busted. Nah, that's not really going to be possible because of the way it's designed. All right. Today, what I would like to do is try to customize the Modus themes. This is a thing that I've mentioned recently. So I don't know if it was the last stream, probably was, it was 2 weeks ago. I described how I have rewritten my Emacs configuration for a few reasons. One, to make it terminal Emacs focused. At least everything needs to work the way it's supposed to work in terminal Emacs first and foremost. If it works in graphical Emacs too, that's great. But I'm trying to focus on using terminal Emacs for various reasons that I covered in another live stream maybe a month ago called Making the Most of Terminal Emacs. I'm not going to go into that again right now. Point being, one aspect of all of this is that I'm trying to minimize my dependency on, or minimize my dependence on community packages for the base configuration. Okay, so the base init.el file should not have any packages that are being installed from anywhere, even ELPA. So I'm really trying to dial it back to things that are built into Emacs. When I made the configuration, the only thing in my init file which was installing from ELPA was the EF themes, because they are really nice looking themes. There's quite a wide variety of kind of color palettes there. I found one that I liked in EF Dream, but it violates the principle that I had set for myself in the new configuration, which is I don't want to have any external packages being installed in init.el. I'm not going to go into why. If you want to know why, go to my .files repo, codeberg.org/davidwill/.files. Hello. And open up the emacs.org file. Yes, I'm back to a literate config, and you can see the justification for all the stuff here. So because of that, I can't use EF themes in my init file anymore, which, to be honest, it's not really necessary to customize color themes in my init.el file. I'm doing it mainly because it's nice to have, but if I'm on like a real terminal Emacs experience, like a TTY, theme is not gonna matter anyway, because you've only got, what, 8 colors, 16 colors? So it's a moot point. But because I want to see how far I can push this concept, I want to use something in box for having a basic color theme that's good enough. And the best option for that is, well, there's 2 main options for that in Emacs. One is just to write a theme completely myself. I have not tried to do that. I don't think it's necessarily that easy. We might take a look at one of the built-in themes, not Modus itself, because Modus is probably a lot more complex in how everything works, but one of the existing themes to see what writing a normal Emacs theme looks like. But the Modus themes that come built into Emacs as of Emacs 29 are highly customizable, and they also have the ability to apply palette overrides so that you can tweak the colors of the theme without having to write a whole theme from scratch. So the concept of this stream is, how can we make a color theme based on the Modus themes by using color palette overrides that approximates the Doom Pale Night theme that I've been using for System Crafters oh so many years now, that is effectively kind of like the visual style of the channel. I want to take forward the overall color palette, not necessarily to be exact, but enough of it that it feels like more or less the same colors, right? So that's the idea. It's like we're trying to replicate Doom Pale Night to a minimal degree, not the whole thing, because that would take too much time, and just see how far we can get, right? If we have more time later, we might try some other variations too, but at least, let's see. At least we should be able to get something working that would be a System Crafters theme. Maybe something that other people would want to use too, especially if it's short enough that you can copy and paste into a config. But I don't know. I don't really know how easy that's going to be after some of the things I've been hearing from Trev and Alternate Vid this week. We'll see. Apparently, Trev has been in contact with Prot about this issue, about how you can migrate existing color themes over to Modus themes. And Prot apparently has an idea about how to make this easier, and he might be working on something for that. But no matter what he does, it probably, well, I don't know if it will. Maybe it will, but it may not target the built-in Emacs 29 stuff. And until Emacs 30 is released and prevalent across package managers for, the main distributions, I I would prefer that everything that I do work on Emacs 29 at least. So for my purposes, we're going to stick with what is currently possible in 29. In fact, right now I'm using Emacs 30. In fact, let's see, which is it 31 even? Emacs version. Okay, it's Emacs 30. So I'm going to have to drop down to Emacs 29 to do this correctly based on my own criteria, but we'll see. Let me just pop open a little foot term here. Foot, Geek Shell, Emacs, NW. We'll see how well this goes. And while that's pulling up, let me pull up the documentation for Modus. So Modus Themes. I think I saw Peter ask about which one we're going to base off of. Probably the Modus Vivendi Tinted. Is it Operandi? Which one is dark? Let me actually see what's in my own config. So, Vivendi is dark mode, says Osloy. Hey, Osloy. Modus Vivendi is best Vivendi. We'll see. Emacs.org. There we go. And I have Modus. Yeah, okay. I have Modus Vivendi here. All right. So this is what we will start with. All right, so Emacs 29 is loading up right now. And Roberto says, EF themes are great. I can do EF theme random, and I know I'll love it. Yeah, EF themes are very cool. They're nice. You did a good job with those. Cavoy says, I use the information superhighway to get all the best cyber deals. Yes, we're definitely back in the 90s. Talking about the information superhighway. Nobody says that anymore. Let's see. All right. Vivendi. Okay, thank you. We're all on the same page. Cool, there we go. Unable to find theme file for Modus Vivendi Tinted. Well, there we go. That's problem number one, is that Vivendi Tinted is not part of Emacs 29, so I'm going to have to work on that. Let's see. Let me drop in here. We're just going to take this out then. I mean, what else can we do? And I'll pop back over to this one, and let me just jack up this text size on that. Wow. Okay, package VC. All right, so I guess my configuration is not going to work very well in Emacs 29, so maybe that's a moot point. Does Emacs 29 have Modus 4 or later? Well, let's find out. Find library. Modus? Is there not a Modus library? Modus... No, variables. Modus, themes, sure. Let's go here. Wait, what? That's not the right location, is it? Yes, okay, there we go. Modus, Vivendi theme. It says this is version 3. So in Emacs 29, Alternative Ed says don't base your configuration on Modus less than 4. Okay, so maybe we can loosen the restriction a little bit and say Emacs 30 is fine, because Emacs 30 will be released sometime soon, I think. Everything points to Emacs 30 being released, relatively soon. All right, let's just go back to the other config then. We'll put this back where it was. We're back on Tinted now. Let's open this up all the way, and we can screw around with it a little bit. All right. So you don't, yeah, okay, gotcha. Why is it not ignoring this channel? I don't know why. Oslo says, I finally got a commit into Emacs. What did you put in there? That sounds great. Yeah, Alpa has 4.6.0, but I don't want to install from Alpa. Trev says, every time the screen flashes, I feel like I'm getting shot in GoldenEye. Is it doing that again? I'm very sorry. Let me turn that off. What is it? Visible Bell? All right, there you go, Trev. It's gone. Okay, back. So, let's go to the Modus Themes documentation, as I had mentioned before. You're welcome, Trev. Anything for you, buddy. So, table of contents. I'll just drop the... Well, no, let's get to the override section here. Overrides. Option for palette overrides. There we go. Describes palette overrides in detail. For simpler alternative, use the presets. So there's presets too. We'll take a look at that in a moment. Oh, no. We're not doing that again. Alternative Ed says, try using Control G twice quickly. Yeah, I don't want to kill my Emacs session like last time because that was real fun. Okay, so palette override documentation. There we go. So, section shows how to refashion the themes by opting into the stylistic presets we provide. Does everybody understand what we're going for today? Did I explain that well enough? Are we all on the same page on what we're doing here? We're going to try to write a palette override for Modus Vivendi to make it look kind of like Pale Night. Hopefully it won't be too hard. We're going to start from the basics, and then we'll make our way through it. We've got about an hour and a half, so I think we got plenty of time to make some fairly decent progress on it. What I'm concerned is that there are a lot of colors in the Modus themes that need to be overridden. So we may have to cheat a little bit and simplify things, but we'll see how well it goes. All right. So there are a few built-in palette overrides already. There's a variable called Modus Themes Common Palette Overrides. And it seems that gives you the ability to, let's see, Modus Themes Common Palette Overrides. So this is basically the set palette overrides for all the Modus themes. So this is a variable that will be used on any Modus theme to customize the color palette. And there's also Modus Themes Preview Colors Current. Thank you to Alternate Ved. Modus Themes Preview Colors Current. And that gives you a listing of all the Modus Themes colors. So Modus Themes has its own way of specifying colors for various things. So background main, background dim, foreground main, foreground dim. So they're given almost like semantic names that relate to places where they get used. However, there are also, excuse me, also colors that are like red warmer, red cooler, red faint. And these are the ones that are probably going to be really annoying to deal with because they need to have reasonable versions that are inspired by the colors of an existing color theme, or at least we kind of come up with our own. It could be that we use some kind of color palette tool online to generate some of these things. But we'll see. We'll see how we can deal with that. So there's like magenta, cyan, rust gold, olive slate, indigo. Yeah, Trev says, I asked Prod if it would be worthwhile to have a generator to create those alternate colors. I mean, I think having a set of functions that can do that would be useful, but I don't know how difficult that is. Yeah, there's a lot of colors here. A lot of colors for various different things. A lot of colors. So how many lines is this in this buffer? This is 305 lines. Yeah, so 305 colors here. That's what we're dealing with. Let's see. Alternate Vet says, I have a suspicion that warmer, colder, etc. are used for presets already available. Maybe. Okay, so the easiest way to get started would be to try to customize the foreground and background colors because those are the easiest to find. Maybe I should have another Emacs frame up with Pale Night on so we can easily kind of copy back and forth, right? Alternate Vet says, like Modus Themes preset overrides faint. Yeah, let's look at those variables real fast too. So why does it look different? Something's different. I didn't change anything. But the colors are not the same. Oh, you know why? It's because it's not the Vivid version. What was it called again? Vivendi tinted. So yeah, I had taken that out. So let me just go back and write that out one more time. Whoops. I have to tangle these. Actually, it doesn't matter. Let me go back. So in this one, I want to load Doom Pale Night T. And that should work because Geeks has Doom themes installed. I don't have it actually installed in my Emacs config, but it's there. All right, so we see the Doom Pale Knight theme here. We can do the typical thing where we use describe face. And default is the one that has the foreground and background colors that are typical for this theme. So we have foreground, which I'll copy here, which is this EEFFF color. If I pop over to the other frame, I should probably also mention that, because Alternate Ved mentioned it before, the flashing, is it again? Sorry, set Q, visible, bell, nil. Sorry, there we go. So there are the Modus Themes, preset overrides. There's faint, there's cooler, warmer, and intense. So faint is the one that I was using. I should probably put that back on. I think I took it off because of the way that I'm setting this at load time. Let's put this as a demand T because it kind of needs to be loaded up at front. And then I can probably do this. But use just some general back quoting here. This is going to be, we're going to splice in the Modus Themes. What was that? Modus Themes. Preset overrides faint. Preset overrides faint. If I run that, then it does change some of the colors to kind of tone them down a little bit, which may not be what we want in the end. In fact, let's set it back to what it was before because maybe we don't want that. Maybe it doesn't look so good, actually. Unbalanced parens, that's fine. Yeah, I think maybe the one that we had before is better. Turn on the audio bell and bother everyone around you. No, I don't want to do that. I don't like any kind of audio notifications, okay? Like, I hate notification sounds. I turn them all off on my phone. If anybody sends me a message, I don't hear it because I don't want to hear it because I have ADHD. And if I start hearing notifications all day, I will never be able to focus. Actually, I can't focus anyway, but it would make it a lot worse, to be honest. All right. So let's try this. We're going to go and put, we're going to put BG main. We don't have that color yet. But we also have the FG main, which is the one we copied. All right, we got that. Okay. Let me, whoa. There we go. All right, so BG main, over on this side, the background color is this 292, which I'm quite familiar with because I've used it in various different places. Cal2001 asked me the other day, how do you find the colors for your website? I go steal them from Emacs Themes. That's what I do. Any website that I've made recently, I just steal colors from Emacs color themes. I'm a color thief. That's okay, you know? All right, so we've already got the background color and the foreground text color set. Probably the next obvious thing is the mode line. So background mode line active. So if I go over to this configuration and describe face mode line. So there's mode line active. Is it any different? It just inherits from the mode line face? Okay, that's fine. So let's go back to mode line face. Foreground, we're going to take the foreground text color here. It copies it. And we're going to go over on this side to so what was it? What did I copy? Was it the foreground? Okay, foreground. So FG mode line active. And you can use colors that are already set. So it might make more sense. What did Alternate Ved say? Probably he's getting the same point I was getting to. And throwing flashbangs is no problem. It doesn't distract me. The flashbangs don't bother me. Defining some, how about copying the theme definition? Let's see. Let's just take a look at the theme definition. That's a good idea. Instead of going through all the faces, we can just do it this way. BG alt, mode line. Okay. Yeah, see, they have some nice little functions like Doom Darken, which would generate a color that's been darkened by some factor. or lightened by some factor. That's the kind of thing that is needed for Modus, I think, for Modus to be useful in this case. Maybe there is something like that. Get color value? No. Okay, probably not. Load themes, bold weight, fixed pitch. Let's see, palette value. Yeah, there don't seem to be any color calculation functions that are included with Modus themes. Okay. So back to the code here. So we have the active mode line color. So also FG, yeah, it's not the same thing. So we're going to take this out. We're going to take this out as well. BG mode line active. Is there also a... Okay, it's only active and inactive. That's fine. So the background color is this other alternate version. Come on now. I don't know why it takes 2 copies for it to work. Okay. Border mode line active. Let's take this out, actually. Okay, so now the mode line is more like what we see over on the other side for the Pale Night theme. All right. So that's, you know, a pretty good start. I mean, it's starting to look kind of like it, but there are other colors like, let's say, use package here. And I don't really know, excuse me, which face is being used for that. So font lock keyword face. So if I look at keyword in here, apparently keyword is right there. So you can set the keyword color to whatever you like. If I go over to the, let's see, emacs.d and init.el, let's see what it has. Okay, so use package, Modus themes. We don't really need to make it exactly the same, but let's just sort of see what we got here. So describe face. Font like keyword face. And the foreground color is this 89DDFF. Okay, so, I mean, we're kind of like going through and trying to override the most obvious things possible. You could also check out Modus Themes presets overrides faint definition. I mean, maybe. I have that right here. We could try and see if it looks any closer without having to do anything, but I kind of doubt that it's going to look better. Let's see. Yeah, it's just kind of like more faint. It's not bad though. I mean, I don't like the way the strings look. It's a little bit too pale to me, in my opinion. Oh, how it's defined and what symbols it uses. That's a good idea there, alternate ved. Let's do that, actually. So, what alternate ved said is go look at the variable for the faint overrides and see how it's defined. Yeah, so they're basically taking specific colors pre-existing colors, it seems. What I meant is to check what overrides it uses. Ah, okay. So it looks like specific things. Border mode line. Some things I don't need to set. The inactive mode line I definitely need to set because I see that color is wrong right there. The tab bar, background color, foreground color. Yeah, we can make the fringe be unspecified. What about the line numbers? Yeah, the line numbers also have a certain color to them. What about keyword? Keyword is set to indigo, okay. So there are things that are being set. So keyword, we can set that to the color that we know it is, and unbalanced parentheses, that's fine. I gotta add one more there, and boom, that should be right. Okay, we use package is now colored correctly. You know, we don't have to go through the whole thing and do it, but this is sort of the process that you would take if you wanted to do your own themes based on something else. Like I said, we're trying to approximate things and not really get exactly there. And maybe I do need to actually just pull up that file so we don't have to do this like jumping back and forth so much. So this is what? That was the built-in. Built in, okay. Once again, unbalanced parens, okay. So it's getting closer, a little bit closer. Definition modus themes.el, yeah, for sure. Let me just get that out of the way. Modus, Yeah, let's go to the actual file where it's defined right there. And we'll close this buffer. Okay, yeah, so that's a lot cleaner, and it's also grouped in a nice way too. So probably some of these things we can just go through and sort of copy and paste sections and change them. Line number active, line number inactive. The thing I don't want to do is have it just get kind of out of control and have everything be customized. I want to keep it kind of minimal. So just the things that you would see most frequently that you would want it to, you would want to look the way that you expect them to look. This is definitely one of them. The common faces for code. So like the comments, the strings, etc. Those things are kind of important. Comment. There we go. So comments are now the right color. Strings we see. So I can go up to the string here and then describe face on that. We also need to do things for like org mode files as well. That might not be as important. We'll see. Come on. Whoa, okay. All right, and that one was string. Okay, so strings are now the right color. Cool. I mean, that's starting to look better already. This is probably not the ideal way to do this because you might want to override the original colors in the color palette instead of just directly changing the symbols for various things, but so far so good. Let's see, what else? We want to change the inactive mode line. Whoops. Mode line BG alt. Okay, yeah, we can't do that way. So describe face, mode line inactive. All right. So, yeah, it's looking a little bit better. Let's see, what was that? Foreground? Foreground mode line inactive. And we probably won't see that very easily just yet. We need the background color for it to really show up. So the BG mode line inactive, and then paste that in, and boom. That does look better now. This will also look better whenever DW clear background color gets run and you can see through it again. So that's a little handy thing that I added for terminal Emacs that uses an OSC code to make the terminal background color transparent and also remove the color of the background. So I don't know. I don't want to go into that. Go look at my configuration files if you want to see how I did that. But now we have basically a transparent Emacs frame. And that does look more like System Crafter's streams, which is cool. All right. What else? Hello to Ankan in the YouTube chat. So, the basics here are all looking pretty good. Okay, so there's a couple things here I see that need to be... Yeah, AlterVet says the OSC stuff in Foot is great. Yeah, Foot is cool. I like Foot pretty... It's a pretty nice terminal emulator, and it's written by a person who is an active Emacs user. That's cool. So, there's a couple things here that need to be changed. I think that, what is this called? Describe face. This is the keyword face. We already got that one. What about this one? This is the function name face. So let's go to a function name, which it looks like. Whoa. Defun. All right, there we go. So describe face, function name face, the color will be 82AFF. Yeah, if you go look at the System Scrappers website, it's all the same colors. All these colors are being used in the System Scrappers website. This is the function name color. I think this is a lot easier than going and setting faces directly in Emacs Lisp code. Okay, like I feel like this is not a bad thing to do. So this Modus Themes after load theme hook is not working. Maybe it's not working because I'm just tweaking the color palette values and it doesn't get triggered, but whatever. Okay. So the next thing would be, what is this? What do you consider that? Describe face, regex grouping backslash. What does it look like in the other one? That was the display buffer. Come on, where is that? A list. Display buffer A list. Why is it not showing up in this file? Oh, it's in a different block. Okay, fine. Oh, why did the function name not actually get changed? Function, wait, whoa. Function name face. FN name? Is that what it is? Oh, FN name, okay. That's why we're not seeing it. All right, so if I go up here, okay, that's better. And what's the optional key here? Describe face, this is the font lock typeface, okay. So probably I need to, see Aminas Mezar, probably what I need to do to make this work out better is not to do what I'm doing in hard code every specific one, but define some colors that I've chosen and replace in the palette, and then have the have those color names be used in these individual fields instead. What was that one? Type? Yeah, type. There we go. No worries, Jeff. Okay, so Control Alt X on that again. Unbalanced parens. I keep missing that. Why does it keep deleting that? All right, so it's looking right. I mean, the code in this buffer is all looking right. And probably I could tweak the tab bar stuff too, because I actually use tab bar. So if I were to describe face, tab bar. Oh, the foreground. I see. So there's a couple different things for tab bar, it seems. Okay, BG tab bar. There we go. BG tab, oh, okay. BG inactive, BG main, BG active. So I probably need to do that. So there's the BG inactive. I'm just kind of filling these in. There's active and an inactive. I'll just say that. Okay. I'm guessing that the active mode line and the... Let's see. Actually, I'm not entirely sure about that. So 242.837, 242.837. Do we see that here? I don't actually see that, do you? perhaps it's slightly different. But, you know, maybe it doesn't have to be perfect. Maybe it could be close enough. So the bar itself could be the active color. So tab bar itself is the active background color. And the tab current could be the inactive color. Tab other, I have no idea what tab other means. Ashra says, wasn't there a mode to show hex colors within buffers? Yeah, there is, I think, rainbow colors mode, but I don't have that installed. Let's try that anyway. Oh, no. I think I've got the wrong... Oh, yeah, it's empty colors. So, BG inactive. What would that be? The opposite, right? That I was going to say for... All right, BG main, BG inactive. So it's not exactly the same thing, is it? Huh. Yeah, rainbow mode. So that's not what we want. Only on Melpa? Elpa? Okay, Elpa is good. So describe face, a tab, bar, tab. 292D3E. 292D3E. All right, so that's the active tab. So BG main can be used here, which is active. Let me just re-eval this real quick. Whoa, why? Oh, okay, it's complaining about the empty color values. That's fine. I mean, it makes sense. And background inactive. I'm trying to think of like what that should be. Or maybe I just don't put it in. How about that? Let's just leave that out for now. Control-Alt-X. Okay, so that looks fine, but the tab needs to be a different color. The bar also needs to be darker. So the bar itself needs to not be active. It needs to be a specific color, and we can find that inside of here. This is the tab bar tab. What about the tab bar itself? Tab bar has a background color. Okay. Okay, that seems right. And then the tab itself has a background color. Okay, I think it's right. Ah, so eBeam also has a... Oslo says, why not use Modus Vivendi, which is already the best theme? Because I'm trying to replicate the existing System Crafters theme. Wow. All right, so where was that? Yeah, that's a nice theme, actually. It looks pretty much like what we're looking for. But we need to, let's see, where is it? It's a lot of code. Yeah, I imagine that to fully theme it out the right way is probably going to be a lot of code. That's cool, though. I'll drop a star on your .files repo. Okay. Like I said, I'm not trying to go completely all the way. I want to just get like the most obvious things that you see every day in the buffer and have it feel more or less acceptable. I don't like the color that's in the mini buffer prompt right now. What's the... how can I describe face on that? Mini buffer prompt. Okay, cool. All right, mini buffer prompt. It's going to be that purple color. I should probably save that purple color, shouldn't I? If I was doing this the right way, the smart way, I may have to use the rainbow colors package Let's see, where is it? Bum, 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 bum. Which one am I in? Okay, there we go. So mini buffer, what is it actually? This Emacs session is really lagging. I don't know why it's lagging like that. Mini buffer prompt, mini buffer prompt. Hello, hello. God, wow, I did it again. This thing's lagging hard. I have no idea what's happening right now. I can't even type. So, proced, what is happening? Okay, sure, OBS. I think foot just got hosed. Like, I can't type in that foot session. Yes, thank you, alternate ved. I know that's not what's going to happen. Foot again. And FG. I lost the whole Emacs session. That's great. Who knows what happened with that? So, okay, we're back in. That does not seem right because I did not actually tangle the files back out. But I could do that. Hopefully it works. Let's see, Modus Themes. There we go. So we still have it there, CVT. All right, I'll just back out and then go back in. And I think it should give us the right thing. Okay, so that does look right. That looks pretty good, right? I mean, it looks like system graphers for now. Oh, and the live chat overlay and music are both lost. And the IRC, which is real fun. Let's try it again. Live crafter, require live crafter. Thank you to Ashraz. It is true. We lost it. Live crafter start chat. Okay, live crafter start music. Live crafter intro to screen. There we go. Now we're more or less back to where we were. Okay. I think that things should have reconnected now, so I'm going to refresh the chat overlay. Somebody say something in the IRC chat. All right, there we go. Alternate bed. I have some stuff from alternate bed here in my notes. Thank you, Judy. I should try that again, yeah. Let's turn the visible bell back off. So yeah, we can already see that the org mode config needs a little bit of work. That's okay though. So modus vivendi. I'm gonna go back into this one. Is it too big? That's fine. All right, we were working on tab bar, I think. No, it was the mini buffer prompt. The thing I did not know at that moment is what is the mini buffer base? Modus Themes prompt? Where is this defined? Okay, wait a minute. Is it just plain old prompt, maybe? Foreground prompt, background prompt. Okay. Still going real slow. Foreground prompt. Background prompt. I'm gonna say unspecified because I don't think we need a special color for that one. But for foreground prompt, we need the think it's this color right here. Okay, drop that in, and I should be able to reevaluate it. And then now in the mini buffer, it has purple. There's also the selection for the mini buffer. So describe face, select. Is it secondary selection? Is that what it's called? Looks like it. Foreground and background. Let's go up here. Secondary selection comes from background hover. Foreground main. Secondary selection comes from foreground main. Okay. Foreground main. Foreground main. Yeah. Maybe by default. Oops. Describe face. Secondary selection. Background is... Foreground is white, it seems. Foreground, not prompt. BG hover secondary. I wonder if it's the right thing. Is that the right value? Background. Okay, so if I were to execute this, Control-X. Nope, that's not right. So select mini buffer prompt. No, not mini buffer prompt, is it? We just changed that. We know what that's called. I did it again. At least this time I can press FG and get back in. No. Christ. That Control G thing is really silly. It's really silly. Did I go back in IRC? No, I did not, did I? There we go. Okay. What did I miss? Okay. It didn't give me anything back. Great. Maybe it's time for your own Emacs fork. Why would I bother doing that? That would be insane. I would just write something new from scratch. I'm trying to think of, cool projects we can do in the channel at some point. An Emacs like editor in the terminal might be interesting, but that's like long way from now. I like how they say this is the absolute essentials here. Cursor, fringe, menu, scroll bar, toolbar, vertical border. Fork it to disable the Control G thing. Okay, that, maybe. Einar says, hey, Einar says, Control G occasionally is less annoying than escape, escape, escape all the time when you use evil. Yeah, the triple escape thing is pretty weird too. Is it background hover? So let's go to, excuse me. Region, huh? Region. Let me drop that down a little bit. Okay, so back into the file here, background hover. So before I do that, I want to check that. Okay, let's run Control-X, and then now, no, didn't change it, did it? That's weird. I would have thought that that would have done it. Oh, what does a distant foreground mean? It's pretty strange. So what does background hover get used for? Highlight. What is highlight though? Region. What about region? Oh, background region, foreground region. Okay, fine. That's seems more correct now. Okay. Yeah, the thing I'm trying to fix now is just the selection in the mini buffer. Hover secondary, background hover secondary. What's it called? I know this is just the most interesting thing to possibly be watching right now, but hey, what can we do? I think we made pretty good progress regardless of how it turns out in the end, at least in the sort of mainline scenario of just using Emacs in the way that you would expect to use it. So it's not that bad. We haven't customized that many things, but for code buffers, we'll probably have some other faces that will need to be customized. An alternate that is laughing. Probably something I said was funny. Okay. That's fine. I'm looking for... Glenn says it's interesting. Okay, so there's like a blue color here. I am crafting, yes, more or less. Yes, Ashraz, thank you for reminding me. I forgot to mention it. Let's see. Can we find the same face? We're just looking at the faces. So yeah, Ashraz has been bringing up the advent of code. So Erky brought up a thread on the forum to ask if people wanted to get into, want to do advent of code as a community. And I think it's a great idea. I'm not really an advent of code person, but I totally stand behind the idea of people getting together to do advent of code together. So I'll pull up that post in a second. Oh yeah, definitely, Peter. I got a ton of lag right now. Strangely, I don't know why all of a sudden it's so much lag, but I think that's what's happening. Is it completion? Completion's highlight. What is it? Completions, wow. Look how slow that is. I don't know what's happening. Modus Themes completion selected. I think it's just iSearch being slow as hell. That's definitely the right one. Yeah. BG completion. Okay. So what is it then? This is completion's highlight. The foreground color, wow. Huh? That's not right. How could it be modus? That's not right. Okay, so load theme, Doom Pale Night. I'm sorry? Oh yeah. Symbol. Okay, so back to that. No. Why is Modus Themes completion selected? What the hell is going on here? Whatever. As long as it works, I don't care. Peter says, does the framework have an Intel APU? I've got the AMD chipset. So yeah, that's right now. Okay, so that actually did show up correctly. All right. So, what else? Do we want to look at the org mode stuff real quick? Because, I mean, we're doing pretty good on time. Occasional breakage of Emacs, yes, as usual. Occasional breakage of everything. Let me jump through some channels here. This is the scheme channel. Don't care right now. This is Geeks. Don't care right now. And then we're back in the live chat. Okay. Are you using a new laptop? Not today. I need to get OBS set up working on the other laptop so I can do dual PC streaming again, but that'll be soon. Not gonna happen. Yeah, it's definitely having an impact, Ashraz. It's slowing things down significantly. All right. So the thing I said next was the org mode headings. So we can see that the org mode headings are not very good at the moment. They need to be fixed. Why is there an N right there just sitting out there in the ether? So the title here is org document title. Oh, God damn it. Wait. I've already screwed myself. Jesus Christ. Yeah, autosave. No, don't abort. Man, give me a break. I can't press Control G more than once. It says, it's nice that terminal Emacs is a thing. Well, yeah, it's nice, but it has qualities that are pretty strange. I get it. I understand why the Control G thing exists, but it's really pissing me off right now. Yeah. It's real nice that it exists. What was that called again? Org document type. So I said earlier that I don't use the F-bomb on the channel, but I'm about to be using it multiple times because it's really pissing me off. I spam Control G. I mean, like, give me a break here. I don't really want emergency exit. I want to quit reliably and get through all of the nested prompts. I can't do that. Document title. Good God. Alternate Vet says, next week I'm back to GUI Emacs and here are my reasons why. No, that's not going to happen. Org document title. Modus Themes heading 0. Okay, let's go back to the top. Heading 0. FG heading 0, BG heading 0. Okay. Cool. That makes sense. This is kind of a mess. We need to kind of clean it up a little bit. So FG heading 0 is going to be org document title. Oops. Describe face. Org document title. This doesn't have to be perfect, but at least, you know, it needs to look right. How do we set bold on that face too? That's one thing I haven't really looked into yet. So I can just run that real quick and then go back into the emacs.org and it is right. So that is the right color. We could do a drinking game whenever Emacs crashes on stream. I don't think that's a good idea. I don't want anyone going to the hospital as a result of the happenings of the day, okay? Org heading headline level 1. All right. Hello to Mjolnir's Revenge says, I'm with family today, David. Hope you had a good Thanksgiving. Yes, I did. Hope you did too. Or whichever it is in Greece. Yeah, Greece doesn't have Thanksgiving, but I'm doing it because I am American. And, you know, Thanksgiving food is nice. So this is, it can't be right, can it? Let's go into an actual document. So emacs.org. Top level headings are not white. That cannot be right. Something about Modus Themes. Disable theme. Vivendi. There we go. Now the right colors are showing up again. All right. Level 1. Fight. What am I saying? Oh, outline 1 is the heading for that. Okay, so outline 1. So this is the 82AFF. I really need to reuse some color names. This should be pretty easy. FG heading 1. Oh, is it the same one? Okay, fine. Yeah, really need to do some color name reuse in here. FG heading 2. In fact, you know, we don't really have to be exact on all this either. We could change it up at some point to have a, you know, system craftersy theme. Level 2. Ashra says, what's killing me a bit is I only have a 13-inch screen at the moment. Stream, 3 chats, and source code is a bit much. Yeah, I don't think you can really follow that very easily, can you? All right, so outline 2. All right, back in here, FG heading 2. And then heading 3 would then be, let's go outline 3. Just go straight there. Doesn't need to be more complicated than that. I think I won't go any further past 4. Because you got that many headings, I mean, you should reconsider. I don't know, I'm just joking. Okay, back to the org file. I'd say it's looking pretty good from that perspective. The code block color is purple here, but it should be green to be the way that I expect it to be. It says life is too short for this much friction. What kind of friction are we talking about? It's all good. Everything's fine. Yeah, I got to change that code color. It's going to drive me nuts. What is this face? This is the org verbatim fit. I'm going to keep it calm here. The org verbatim face. Here we go. Describe face, org verbatim. Is that inherit from something? No. This is a test of patience, I gotta say. So let's go back where verbatim. Verbatim. Everything is fine, says alternate vet. Yes. Tell us again why this is the thing we're doing. Because I want to make the colors look good, man. I want to have it be my base configuration. Trust me, this is the right thing to do. Verbomit? Come on. Verbatim. Yeah, okay. FG prose verbatim, is that what it is? FG prose verbatim. It can't be right, can it? Olive, indigo, maroon. FG prose code. Prose code. Themes prose code. Prose before code. Markup code face, org code. All right, so there's org code and there's org. Scroll, please. I'm gonna hit Control G twice and it's gonna choke again. Ah, to-do items too. That's fun. Get to verbatim. It's here somewhere. All right, pros verbatim. Cool, fine, whatever. So, FG, pros, verbatim. There it is. Just want to make sure that this is not going to look completely terrible. There it is. Okay. Alternative says, next stream, I'm writing a small utility that will display Emacs crash count during stream. Why would I want to do that? Okay, that's like, you know, having a Dark Souls or Elden Ring stream and having a counter for every time you die. Just shows the amount of shame that you should be heaping upon yourself. And I don't really feel like doing that, okay? I don't want you to know how many times that Emacs has crashed as a result of me hitting Control-G too many times. Because, you know, I have dignity. So, just leave me alone, okay? Just kidding. All right. So far, I would say it's kind of looking good enough. I find this to be acceptable as an org mode document. It looks good enough. And that's basically what I was saying. Oh, the code block colors need to be fixed. That's for sure. Let me just describe that real quick. Org block. Cool. So let's go to the face for org block. And we have access to those colors. I think they're pretty standard ones we've been using elsewhere. You just need the block background color inside that EL file. I probably should have stayed where I was. Control U, Control Space. There we go. Alt V, Alt V, Alt V. This thing is lagging like crazy. It's kind of weird. Where is org block? Right there. Block pros block contents. Okay. There's probably like a pros block heading, pros block delimiter. Okay. So BG pros block contents. And then we're back to the org file, and I think that's right. I just need to change the other thing as well. The BG pros block delimiter, and make that be the same as BG pros block contents. Just need to go put a hyphen in here correctly. All right. And then it still isn't correct. Did I do that wrong? Oh, delimited. It's delimiter. And there it is. Okay, so that's better. What else needs to be fixed in here? So far, I'm feeling pretty okay with this for the most part. Clear background color. There we go. All that looks fine. Oh, what was that I just saw? What is this right here? Oh, it's the def bar. Okay. And what face is this? Describe face, variable name face. All right, if we go back to this file, variable name. Starting to look good enough, Einar. Yeah, it's fine, right? Variable name face, font like variable name face, variable name face, variable name face. Where is it set to start with? Is there not a... Okay, hold on. There must be a variable name somewhere. Variable. All right, there you go. So back in our Emacs Lisp code, where was the set of faces? Variable. And describe face, variable name face. Font like variable name face. That's an orange color. We're going to go grab this one right here. Like I keep saying, what I'm doing is not the best way to do this because there's a number of colors here that could be stored as a standard color name and then reused across some of these more semantic versions of the colors. So that's an exercise for the viewer. If you want to do this yourself, then you should probably do it the right way and not the way that I'm doing it. There we go. The orange is correct. The documentation string also probably needs to be fixed. Doc face. And in here, where is doc? Doc string. Okay, foreground alternate. Doc string. And that was the doc face. We can grab that one here. And then hop back over on this side and paste it in. And once again, I forgot the last parenthesis. Okay, there we go. And then switch back over here. And then the doc strings are colored correctly. Everything else is looking pretty good. There is a package name here that is wrong. What is this? Font lock constant face. Almost got me. Font lock constant face. Come on, constant face. There you go. Okay. So, back over in this buffer. That's constant, right? Constant. Boom. If I get my parens balanced correctly. There we go. And now the constant is correct. Nice orange color. Yeah, if I don't screw it up badly, then I can get back in pretty easily. Okay. It's looking pretty good. Looking pretty good. I have not seen anything else yet. Maybe the foreground text of the delimiter needs to be worked on a little bit. Excuse me. Yeah, I think that's off. That is the begin line. Foreground is this color here. We can go and throw that in on this side over in the Emacs list buffer. That's going to be the foreground prose block delimiter. Pretty sure. Hey. Okay, run it. That looks better. Okay, that's pretty much it, right? For that file. For an org file. I mean, like, there's other things that are going to show up. And my strategy would be, whenever I run across things that annoy me because the color is weird, I would just go and fix them. Alternate Vet says, is it easy to patch Emacs and Geeks? Yeah, it actually is pretty easy. You can inherit from a package and you can add a patch to it. So you can actually change the code, but then it will require you to build the package yourself every time that you update a profile, which, not certain that that's the best thing to do. I'd rather use the pre-built packages for those, but I don't know. It literally is not a problem for me unless I'm streaming, and soon it won't be a problem because I'll be streaming with two computers, and the computer that you see me working on right now will not be hosed by running the stream at the same time. So I think that it will be a lot easier to manage. What else? I don't like the color of this highlighted notification up here. How can I fix that? Scribe face, RCIRC, track nick. It's definitely one of these. My nick, track nick. What's it being inherited from? Bold? But it has a color too. All right. What about on this side? Describe face, RCIRC. Whoa. Require RCIRC because we want it to show us that information. Track. Whoa. Track. Really? Just white? Ugh. Okay, I'll change that because I don't really want it to be plain white. I mean, it has to show up, right? Which color would I use? Maybe the green, maybe the blue. Maybe I can use the same colors as blue right here. Org link. Inherits from link. And that inherits from what? Button. Okay, fine. Foreground. Let's just grab it. What was that called again? The RCIRC something something. We're going to go into the Modus Themes again. RCIRC track. Whoa, no. Almost did it again. RCIRC track. Track keyword. Thank you. Mode line warning. So what is mode line warning? Mode line warning. Maybe I put an orange on that actually. Is that what it is? Mode line warning? Is that a face name? Whoa. Maybe not. Okay. Who's counting? So what was it? It was called mode line warning. That's keyword though. I don't think that's right. Excuse me. My nick is accent 1. 5 times 50, says alternate ved. I don't think so. Come on, man. Come on. I don't think so. That's magenta, isn't it? Oh, I'm not doing that. Totally lost it. Accent, was it accent 1? Is that what it was? God, jeez. And now I hosed it. The shell. Ah, what happened? Why can't I type? Why does it get hosed so bad that I can't even type in the terminal anymore? There it is. Thank you. Abort? No. Man, what a pain in the ass. Accent 1. Go back. Just saw it. Magenta warmer. Accent 0. Dude, this is crazy. Yeah. Accent 0. No. Search for accent 0 again. There we go. Bongo artist. All right. Probably accent 0 is the one I'm looking for. Don't you think? It's being used in a lot of places too. I got to be careful with whatever this is. Whatever color I pick for it. Are we forking? No, we're not going to fork. Are you forking crazy? You are forking crazy. You're all forking crazy because you keep telling me that I need to fork Emacs to fix this bug. Connor says Black Friday, more like Dark Theme Friday. They should actually make that the real name for it, I think. Whoa, that was it. Go back, Control R. Other Nick. Not exactly. But let's see. What is it actually? Yeah, I think that I'm hitting an edge case that is specifically my own problem. So I don't think I would try to fix a bug that I caused myself for doing stupid things. So yeah, I don't think I would do that. It still says accent 1, doesn't it? I don't know which one it is. So, accent 1. It worked. Accent 1 is the color that's right there. Okay, so at least that's acceptable. It gets your attention without being a little bit too in your face. The commit message would be, it would fix David's stream. Yeah, I don't think anybody's going to merge a fix into the Emacs code base just for me. I don't think they care that much. Are we satisfied? I mean, like, the overall look of what we see on the screen is pretty acceptable in my opinion. I think we've made it most of the way there. Let's go into Deer. Okay, so I would change the folder's color in Deer for sure. I just worry that if I were to go as far as I think I need to get it really dialed in, then the actual code in my configuration would end up being quite long, because you can already see that, I mean, how many lines is this so far? Word count, what was it? Word count, count words, count words. 41 lines of colors. That's not that bad. I mean, overall, if I look at the actual init.el file, no, that's the wrong one. Emacs, no. Init.el, it's 390 lines. I mean, that's not that bad, right? For just the core init file. Is that right, Vivendi? Yeah, it's got everything in there. So, pretty good. I mean, it could stand to have a few more colors put into it. And especially if I've got the background color right. It's fine. You would be finding wrong colors for weeks? Probably. Modus are much more customizable now. Yeah, that's basically what we're doing, is we're just kind of tweaking it. I should check what's going on in the chat, because I think I'm missing context. Eric, you found the source code where the Control-G thing is implemented. I'm already seeing a couple faces in this RCIRC buffer that need to be fixed. But, you know, that's the point here. I'm not necessarily trying to make a theme that would work for the entire community. I'm trying to make a theme that looks good for me, for the most part, on streams. I would probably also make an alternate theme that is more like the AU Dark theme. I kind of like AU Dark as my, like, I use a different theme usually whenever I'm not on stream, because I don't want to be looking at the same thing all the time. So let's see, load theme, Doom AU Dark. Yeah, it's like a black background, kind of darker overall colors. It's pretty sweet. I would probably make a variant of this that I would use by default, and then have the other one be something I pull in. Also, I mean, if I'm going that far, I could probably just use Doom Pale Night for streams whenever that's needed, because that's fine. Like, I don't really need a Doom Pale Night theme to be my default. So yes, you could probably say, oh, why did we just go to all this trouble to copy Doom Pale Night if you're not going to use it? Well, for the demonstration purpose, right? That's my excuse. Did stream lag? That's great. When I scroll around, usually it does. How does this look with the clear background color? Okay, it's not great. You can see it though. I probably would go for something more custom, because I don't really like the heading colors so much. Wait, hold on. Disable theme, Pale Night. Okay, I think that fixed some things, because there were some weird colors in here. I go to emacs/init.el, and yeah, okay. It's a little bit dark. It was working for me before, but here it's a little bit dark. Try EF Trev. Is there one? Is there an EF Trev? I was using EF Dream, which I think is quite a nice looking theme, actually. It's pretty nice. I mean, I might actually use that for my personal theme because, good. That's pretty sweet. Yeah, I know EF Trev does not exist, okay? You're not Summer Emacs. You're not going to get a special theme named after you by Prot. I don't think. I don't have a theme named after me, so you're definitely not going to get one named after you. Not to say that I'm better in some way. I'm just saying, like, nobody else is getting a theme named after them. We're just going to live with that, you know? John says, I love EF Bio. Is that the green one? Yeah, the green one. I don't know how much I like that one. Bye, Summer Emacs. What the frick? What is this, 3rd grade? Is this 3rd grade, Trev? We're just saying what the frick like it's no big deal. What the frick? Who was saying that all the time? Damn, I can't remember what show that was on. Anyway. So, yeah. Made some progress. I think it's fine. Modus Trevnord incoming. Yeah, that's definitely incoming, I think. EF Poop. Yeah, that sounds like what Cal 2001 would make. I think there is a fairly brown one in here. Let's do the interactive version. Load theme. What is it? EF Autumn? Yeah. Nah, not that one. I mean, it's kind of brownish. It's pretty brown. I don't know. Okay. EF Autumn, 2 days more, says Peter. Yes. Well, I mean, where I'm at, it feels like winter already, so. Yeah, I feel like it's winter time. Trev says EF Autumn actually looks nice to me. I'm not a fan, but I mean, it's nice to have options, okay? The EF themes are extremely nice. I do like that they have a wide variety of different color tones and whatnot. I've had some fun going through them myself. EF themes select. Well, let's just do the random. EF themes random. Load random. This is Eagle. We're all being blinded now by the Eagle. Reverie, which is also a light theme. Looks pretty close to Summer's theme, I think. Another light theme. Can we do a dark theme? Thank you. EF Rosa. Not too bad, all right? Let's go over to the org file. Or maybe the Emacs, sorry, the init file. EF Night. That's nice. Okay, we already saw EF Dream. Light. Ugh. Trio Dark. There's some more of the kind of color blindness themes in EF. EF Cypress. That would be pretty cool in like a really bright setting, I think. I like the green. Melissa Light. Melissa. It's not Melissa, it's Melissa, because Melissa in Greek is bee. That's why, because it's yellow, so it's like, you know, honey or a bee. Melissa. EF Duo, Tritanopia, Elea, which is like olive, for olives. So you get some Greek context here. I also like EF Owl, kind of like Nord in a way. It's got that low contrast kind of edge to it, but some of the color choices I'm not real fond of. And now we're getting back to some of the ones we've already seen. Yeah, I just like that EF Dream though. That one's pretty nice. That one suits my aesthetics. EF Dark is a little bit too dark in my opinion. Looks like something you would see on, you know, like an old IBM PC in the early 90s. Duo Dark, that one's not bad. Okay, anyway, enough messing around. EF Owl with a little orange or yellow would be nice. Maybe so, yeah. Alternate Vet says, we don't use packages here. We write everything ourselves. We don't do that. I did it a little bit because I had a specific reason to, but I'm not necessarily saying people should just go write all their own stuff. Peter says, I think you have to unload theme to do Autumn justice. am I... Well, what is it called? Blinding lights. Sorry about that. Disable theme. Okay. Disable theme. Okay, everything's set up right. Yeah, Loven Dark, or however you pronounce that, it's kind of cool. No, load theme. It's interesting. Let me disable theme on Duo Dark. Okay, there we go. It's interesting in its own way. I'm not gonna say it's not interesting. It's interesting in its own way. I think more themes should make use of the fact that you can do background colors on headings, because it kind of gives it something, you know. Oh, you get the blocks kind of set up like this. I don't like the blue background on the blocks though. A little bit weird. Go back to an unthemed Emacs. And then let's go back to what we created in this stream. Where's my emacs.org file? Who the hell knows? Oh, I'm sitting there in it. That's probably why. Modus vivendi, and then we're gonna go back into this block. Whoa, back to this block and execute, and then clear background color. Boom. There we go. Org is blocky in Loven Dark. Yeah, it's definitely blocky in terminal Emacs. So in graphical Emacs, the code block backgrounds also have transparency, so you can see through all that. But in terminal Emacs, you don't get that effect. Because you would have to clear out the background color entirely of code blocks, and then you lose that the ability to distinguish unless you draw a box around the whole thing, which is possible. I guess you could put a box and just have the background color be transparent. But I don't know how that would look. It might be annoying and distracting in its own way. So I'm okay to just leave it like this for now. But I don't know. Looks pretty good, right? I mean, it's acceptable. I'll put the configuration for this in the show notes so that anyone else can try it. I mean, it's pretty standalone at this point. Modus vivendi. I'll even put my fancy little clear background color in there as well, so you can steal that if you want to clear your background color. Mode line, you don't need that. I'll just put it right there up to that. And in the November, let's see, .NET, find file, November, there it is. Whoop, that's the one. Here is the work we did during the stream. All right. That should do it. That doesn't actually work correctly. Actually, it does work, to be honest. I'll leave it there. I think the number of lines will be dwarfed by all the edge cases you find. Yeah, I think the key here is to potentially select a subset of all the colors from excuse me, the theme you're trying to replicate, and put them into the individual color names, and then only set the ones that actually bother you. There's a lot more colors that are being used for different things that you probably won't ever encounter because you don't use the packages that they're for, or you just don't use Emacs in a way that puts you in that situation. So I would say, just if you're going to do this, try to have a minimal configuration where you have a customized modus vivendi or any other modus theme. Just focus on the colors that you see the most often. Terminal Emacs, have you looked at color theme approximate? Is that a function that is built in? TTY color approximate. I have not, but I don't need to, because in Foot, I'm using the xterm direct value for the term environment variable, which gives you full access to all the colors. So I don't have that problem here. Somewhere else, I would have that problem. Maybe if I'm running inside of Tmux, which I wouldn't do, or if I'm over an SSH connection, which shouldn't matter. I'm not sure, but yeah, I haven't had a need for that because as you can see, the colors are fine. And I'm internal Emacs right now. Okay. I mean, I think it's pretty good. I'm satisfied at the moment. I'm curious to see what Prot will come up with for a way to migrate existing color themes over to this, because he's probably going to work on some kind of script or something. I don't know. I didn't talk to him. Trev talked to him. So you go ask Trev. Go to the IRC. Ask Trev. You want to know? Bug Trev. Okay? Don't bug me. But maybe we'll see something from Prot soon. We did see a couple things from him recently in his blog. If you have been checking out Prot's blog or not, Protesilaus. He also had a basic and capable configuration post he just did, which is kind of like a basic config, but it's using Vertigo, et cetera, et cetera. It's got some other things configured, but it's a nice little starter config if someone wanted to look at a configuration that would be good for a average user that doesn't have a whole lot of stuff in it, but enough to have kind of a nice Emacs experience. Kind of worth looking at. And the other thing recently was that he added the functionality for palette previews are tabulated, which it seems to be, we actually have access to that right now because we were looking at it, I think. No, okay, it was I think it's right? We saw that. Themes, list colors. Anyway, he's written some Emacs related posts recently. Worth checking out his blog. All right, that's it. We did a thing today. Yeah, we sure did. We finished something. Trev says, email me at my email address for the info. No, Trev. No. Yes, it's pretty nice. And Emacs only exited like 5 times. No, it was more than that. I think it was probably closer to 10. Sad to say, but it was probably closer to 10. All right, folks. Hope you all have a great weekend. Don't forget about the Black Friday deal on hands-on guile scheme for beginners. If you haven't checked that out yet, it's $50 off the course. And then there's also the Git Good workshop that's coming up starting next weekend. 2 dates. If you want to learn Git and get good at Git, check out that workshop. The links are in the show notes. The Git Good workshop link is in the description. You can check it out there. And yeah. Thank you for sticking with me and watching me choose colors for 2 hours, or maybe an hour and a half. Let's not, exaggerate too much here. But I appreciate you all, appreciate your time, and I hope you all have a great weekend. And until next time, happy hacking. See ya.